Hello and Happy New Year. Welcome to Property Mastermind Podcast, episode 182. Today, no, we're not talking goal setting. We are talking about the highs of property development. Bob and I are going to let you know what it is about property development that we love. And maybe you will be similar to us and you might pick a few things up that you might like to move forward with, maybe about the way we think about property development. Anyway, the highs of property development. Let's jump on into episode 182. Welcome to Property Mastermind Podcast, episode 182. I'm Hilary Saxton. This is Bob Anderson. Happy New Year, Bob.
Happy New Year, Hilary, and everyone else.
So funny we say that because we're recording this before 2025. And I said, this is going to be our New Year's episode. And you know me, I probably got the date wrong. This is probably, so if it comes out before New Year's, well, it'll be in a few days. But I'm pretty sure this one comes out.
Near enough's good enough.
Pretty much in the new year. So our book this week, Property Millionaires Exposed, is going to Jake Perry.
Oh,
Jake, books in the post. Well, it's probably not.
Checks in the mail.
It'll be once
post.
we get back to work. Shelley will reach out and then she'll message you for your address and then we'll put it in the post. But today, instead of talking goal setting, because we will probably do a goal setting session, depending. If anyone wants one, you have to let us know. Jump onto Property Development Secrets and Hacks, our Facebook page, one of them we've got going there, and say, yes, I want to do a goal setting session. And if we get enough, I'll do one.
Yay.
I'll probably do it live in the page even. The thing with goal setting, before we even get started, it is important, and we mostly know that when we do it at the beginning of the year, we don't follow through. So that's why I generally don't do it at the beginning. Maybe I'll do it in February, but we'll see. Anyway, Bob, the highs of property development, Bob Styles and Hilary Styles. Okay, what is it for you? What is the high? What is the best part of property development for you? What spins your wheels?
Yeah. A lot of people might think, oh, it's when all the money goes in the bank at the end when the settlements happen or something. And yeah, it's good, sort of why you do it. But no, I like the thrill of the chase. At the beginning. Now, I'm not talking about belting the pavement. Looking for the deal. I'm not talking about that first part, which can be fun too, and dealing with agents and buyers agents and off-market deals and all that. That's fun in itself. That's like when you're out hunting. You've got a location. You've got what you're looking for. The product you're looking for. You've narrowed down a location. You're out there hunting, and that's good hunting. But it's that little next
Hang on,
bit.
stop. Property development hunting.
Ooh,
that's a new one.
Hunting for a deal.
Okay.
That's good, but no, I'm talking about that little next step where something pops up, and like after all these years, you sort of got a sixth sense, or I have, like, oh, hang on, this could be it. And I yet haven't done any due diligence, and I haven't done the numbers, but I just get this little sixth sense, little prickle on the back of my neck, this could be it. This could be it, and I start to get a little bit excited. And then quickly, jump into some due diligence, obviously, make sure that, all the normal things you do in DD.
So as you're going through the due diligence process, Bob, have you got more prickles on the back of your neck going the whole time, or how does that go?
Oh, particularly every time you tick a box, like things like, can we get sewer connection? Can we get a water connection? The slope, like a whole heap of things that we look at due diligence. And I start to put the numbers together. But I already know, because I've done some broad numbers in my head, some real quickies, and so I know that the result's going to be okay. I just don't know the exact, quantification of it. And mostly I'm not disappointed with the end result, but I can sort of sense it coming, And then it's a deal. It's a deal, and quickly, okay. Structure, how are we going to get structure? How are we going to structure this? What are we doing for funding, And I'll probably yell out to you, if it's a deal where we're putting investors in as well, so...
Do you know what's funny though? Yeah. All that pre-stuff that you do, you don't very often even tell me about that side of it. You'll do a whole lot before I even hear about something, because I suppose you've just had so many deals that don't work out. Yeah. So you just don't bother, because I would just start celebrating because I get so excited about stuff, and I'd be thinking, yay, how cool, and then it'd be like, oh, it didn't work.
No, you don't want to do that too often.
No.
But look, most deals don't work, let's face it.
Yeah.
You end up, most of your deals you'll throw in the bin. But it's when they do. So that's pretty exciting. That we're onto something. We got a deal. We're onto something, And
It's like catching a fish.
yeah.
It's on.
Yeah, it's like, having the bait out there and maybe moving a jig around, whatever you're doing. That's sort of like out there looking for the deal. But I'm talking about something's grabbed it. Now, we don't know if we're going to land it yet. If we land it, I mean, it stacks up,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that, the rod's bending and you think, oh, how big is this thing? What is it, Yeah, that's that's a good analogy to fishing that we both understand. But yeah, that's an exciting little period. And then,
So that's your
then you
favourite-
might jump in. Yeah. What about you though? What's yours?
Well, hang on. Have you got that's it, or have you got no other favourite bit?
Oh yeah, well, the procedural part of it,
Yeah.
the actual pure project management of pulling the team together, getting the DA, getting the building permit.
Is that kind of ho-hum to you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just procedural. You've got to do it, and you've got to do it right and get it right. But yeah, that's something you sort of do in your sleep. But just that first bit of excitement, and you're onto the deal, and then just the finance, structuring the deal, structuring the finance,
I look at his face when he says that. He's like,
talking to our structural experts and a few of the lawyers, and then working out how much equity we're going to need, how we're going to do it, and if it's going to be an investor deal, and yeah, that piece in there, that's what I love. That's where all the excitement. There's about 7 things happening at once.
You love the process.
That process, I do.
Yeah. For me, it's ironic because a lot of people say to me, "Oh my gosh, you must just love the design," and I'm like, "Nah, don't actually."
All the colours.
Oh yeah, how good. I'm like, no, that's not really my jam. I absolutely love getting investors. Like getting an investor saying commit. When an investor says, "Yeah, I'm in," oh my god, that's like my high five. In fact, a while ago, I was raising for one of the industrial units we got going, and I think I was down to my last 250,000 I needed, and I was in the office by myself, and so sometimes I might come to work early or just whatever, and we all sort of work glide time. It's pretty flexible here. Anyway, I'm sitting there, and we've got a big glass doors at the front, and somebody had sent an email and confirming that they were my last investor. And I remember I was like, yes, I did a high five. I actually fist pumped.
Yep.
And as I did that, Adam that works in the office, does the marketing, he just got to the door, and there I am, actually physically fist pumping, like, boom, I got it.
I think your feet were off the ground. You're in the air somewhere.
Oh, probably. But I think that's the funny thing, because for me, the goal, because I'm a captain personality, so I'm driven, and I'm always about the goal. So my part in the process is to bring on the investor. So that is my goal. So when I achieve my goal, that's the bit. And then when I went through up the road, Oceanic, we finished a duplex not long ago. Absolutely stunning, $2.5 million, gorgeous duplexes, duplexes. Well, I'm not sure how you say that. Anyways, I went through, and they are gorgeous. And I was there last week, and I thought, I could live here. They are spectacular on the water, or beachfront. But as I walk through, that's the only time I really stop and think, oh yeah, I like that kitchen. Oh, I don't really like those tiles in there. Oh, why did they put that basin? I don't even look. It doesn't really. As far as sitting back with the design or anything like that, nah, I'm not.
No.
It's not a part that excites me. I mean, you've sent the plans through. I've looked at them, and honestly, when I look at them, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, and move on.
That's good.
Yeah.
But you would have been working on probably another project by then.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm moving on to the next thing, and even I don't even care about the profit. Like I'm not driven by the money. I'm driven by my part of the process, and that is my goal.
Yeah.
That is so funny. And we just talked about this the other day. We just laughed about how different we all are and what's important to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that piece, yeah. Because it's not just getting the money, which is great because you need the money to make the project work, but we know what it means to the investors.
Yeah, so for me, really, it's around the investor getting their money back and making a great profit, and I just kind of high-five about that.
And I think in your case too, like those relationships that you have with them.
Yeah.
And they ring you up and they say, oh, how's things going? And like, obviously we report, regular reporting, but they always love to, oh, what's the latest? They want to know what the latest is, what's happening. And so, it's good news usually.
Yeah.
Like, the profit that we said you'd probably make, no, looks like it's going to be more than that.
Yeah, well, I just don't like it when they say, can you see me in new feasibility? It's like, oh my gosh. Okay, sure. But anyway, that's the thing.
Your buzz. That's your jam, as you call it.
But what about when it gets to the end of the project? I know that you've said, that's another favourite part for you, banking the money. That is.
Yeah. Well, you don't like have a lot to do with it if you think about it. I mean, sometime during the project, during the marketing phase, the agent would have sold whatever it is you're selling. So there'd be a contract, and so that's if you sold a property on the way through, while you're developing it, and then so when you get to the end and the titles are issued, and 21 or 30 days after, the lawyer organises the settlement. I mean, there's a few things to do from a developer's point of view, but there's not a lot. And I guess, that in itself, like, isn't an adrenaline thing.
No.
Like, to me, getting onto that deal, that's an adrenaline rush.
Hooking that fish.
Hooking that fish, but not so much there. But I mean, it's very, what's the word? I don't know. It's very pleasing to look at the project bank account and see that big 6-figure chunk of money landing in there each time when there's a settlement, of course. First money disappears to the financier, gets rid of them, which is good, and then then next chunk you get your equity back, and the next chunk's your profit. So that's satisfying, because it's sort of why you do it. It's not. I mean, you wouldn't do it if you didn't make decent money, and you couldn't finance it if you didn't make decent money. So we don't do it for practice. So of course we do it for money.
So those are the two highs that we personally find that we have. There's a team, there's me, Bob, Aaron, that work on our own developments, and Aaron's probably I think his would be the thrill of the chase.
Yeah, he loves doing the initial analysis.
Yeah.
The market research and go out hunting. Like,
yeah, he's the
hunter.
Yeah.
He's the hunter.
So he'll be doing his fist pumps when he's out there doing that hunt.
Yeah.
He's like baiting the hook and dropping the line in.
And we both like work on that when it looks like it's a deal.
Yeah.
He and I work on that, and sometimes we tell you and sometimes we don't.
Usually not.
But we usually give you advance warning something's coming, because we need to line up those investors, and sometimes you seem to have some in your back pocket sort of ready for the next deal, but others you've got to like go out there and
find them.
Search and find them. And
yep. So those are the bits that we find most exciting. So people often ask, why do you guys still do it, or why do you do it? And well, one, we create a lot of jobs for people, and two, because we like it, and three, because I don't know, we always want to do stuff with money. But I thought on the second half of this podcast, Bob, because it was reasonably short, just talking about the highs that we get.
I can tell you more about highs.
Oh, give me another high.
Because I had one yesterday.
What was your high yesterday?
Well, look, it's when...
Hang on a minute. What's your high yesterday?
It's when people in our mentoring program land a deal.
I was going to go down that road.
Remember I sent you yesterday an artist's impression of a beautiful duplex that somebody's designed? And I think it was like probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, there's someone else starting a project, and they got the first of the architect's floor plans and perspectives, just some artist's impressions, and how exciting that was, remember, because I like to share it with you. And so that's exciting. We have a bit of a fist pump around the office as soon as we find out somebody's landed a deal that it's going to stack.
They get a star by their name if they're in the mentoring program. So I know, they've got one. Yep,
but that's the beginning of why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Now there's a deal. Great. All right. We put a lot of effort in helping people to, educate themselves and know how to go out and look for the deal, but when they land the deal.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah. And then, Bob, you had a conversation with another mentoring student yesterday, and it kind of flows on from the podcast we did on last week, the Boxing Day one, which was around that feeling of overwhelm. Now, he's doing a splitter, and he's going to put a development on the back. He's going to build something on the back. It's in an area that you can do the titles. You can separate titles first.
2 lot subby.
Yeah. So some people might think that might sound like an easy development to do, and why would you need to be in a mentoring program? And you and I chatted about it before the podcast, just in conversation. That's why I thought I'd bring it up, because it came out from the overwhelm. When you think new dad,
baby due Christmas Day,
Christmas Day, working full time, saved up money. Do we spend it all on property development, and has investments? Like, it's not a silly young guy,
not at all.
Young married married guy, but that ability to have a conversation with you, and
and the confidence that
the confidence that you
that
gave him.
What to do next. He's on the right track.
Yeah.
And when it comes to making money out of property development, you can still make money but leave a lot on the table.
Yeah, it's about not leaving money on the table.
Yeah, because mistakes cost you money. Doesn't mean it kills the deal at all, but your 400 could turn to 250 by making mistakes.
How many times do we have conversations when you tell me about mistakes that you've heard of, like people choosing the wrong architect or people choosing the wrong person with finance,
wrong
or just
design.
yeah,
for
wrong
that area.
design. Yeah, so often the conversations that when people have lost money, and it's just I'm not going to say stupidity.
Profit, I'd say more like
lost profit.
The project hasn't made a loss. They just could have made more profit. They could have made 400. And they ended up making 300 or 250. Like had they spent a little bit and maybe got some help from some experts, they would have gotten the 400. Okay, it's sort of like false economy.
Yes, it is a bit of a false economy.
Oh, I'm going to save money on not doing any sort of educational mentoring program, but they don't realise, well, actually you just lost 150 grand you could have made if you're a bit smarter.
Yeah, sorry, I feel like we're plugging ourselves again. But
no, that goes with anybody though. That's not just us. That's just like people that think, I don't need to get educated. Wherever they get their education from is up to them. But, and because they don't even know what they don't know. And those mistakes can cost money.
So the person we're talking about that you were speaking with yesterday, what do you think his thrill is? What is his
Oh, it's his first project, so he's really excited about it. It's not a big one, so it's not,
not too
scary.
It'll be scary enough, for him.
Well, it's a 2-lot subdivision. We're going to keep the existing house.
Yeah.
A little bit of a reno, not too much. A battle axe block, so driveway running down beside the house into a battle axe block at the back, and build a new house.
Interesting though, Bob. Miles away from where he lives.
Yeah, true.
Another state, so he's doing it in a different state.
He is, yeah.
How's he feeling about that?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah.
The secret, well, it's no secret, but I'll say it. The secret to developing remotely, like in another state, is to have a good team at the other end.
Yeah.
So we've worked, and he's done the right work, and I've helped him. Got a good team.
Yeah.
At the other, for the subdivision, a really experienced planner, surveyor, and we're getting them to do some of the project management because he's not there, he's in another state, so organising a few of the contractors, and that's going really well. And he's talking to builders. He's talking to 3 builders at the moment for the house.
Yep.
They live on the other side of the country to him, but like you can talk.
Yeah.
You can do it with Zoom. You can talk on the phone. And so we were having that conversation the other day about the builders, how to get to compare 3 builders apples to apples, and so that we can sort of analyse their projects, gave him some pro formas on how to compare builders, and so he's just so excited.
So his thrill is just probably the first development.
First development, really excited. He's going to make 300, 350, and
that's $1,000. It's not like $350. How good is that?
Yeah.
Imagine that young family, first baby.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's tremendous.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to be a part of it.
Yeah. Oh, see, Bob, I can tell he's excited. I can tell he gets like a little bit sort of. Your eyes go like, oh.
Oh well, it's deals that I can get involved in that aren't my deals.
Yeah.
Because I just love doing deals so
and
much.
It's another one of those young males that we were talking about, which is unusual.
But he's married with another. Oh well, another with a.
She's not interested.
It's funny.
She is not, and
she's letting him do his own thing. But quite often when I'm talking to him, she's actually in the background.
Is she?
Yeah, she's not totally
okay.
divorced from the whole situation at all.
Right.
I think she's picked up a bit of excitement that she wasn't expecting at the beginning.
Nice. Oh, that's great. Well, before we wind up, Bob, you mentioned somebody else's one we sent the drawings through, and he's a mentoring student that got a site reasonably quickly. Those are the drawings that you were talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about that one.
He's still got another one in the background yet.
He's a very professional man, isn't he?
Very, yeah.
Different demographic, a little bit older, been successful in his business
industry.
In his own industry. Decided to get into property development. I love working with him.
Still doing both?
Yep. I don't have to work with them too much anymore. I generally work with people at the start just to get them fired up and get them to find the site.
Yeah.
And then I move
He's
them.
quite self-motivated.
Oh, he's great.
And well organised.
He just comes to me, what do I do here? Do that? Okay,
Oh,
done.
I love it. Like, we have short conversations, but they're powerful ones, you know.
Yeah.
And so, he's onto a great...
How did he find that, Bob? Was that an agent?
Buyer's agent.
Was it? There you go.
Yep, through a buyer's agent. And, a great deal. And he's made a relationship with a great builder. So I don't get in the plan. It's that particular one is what we call a design and construct.
Yep.
So the builder will work with him to get all the design done, not like separately have an architect to do everything and at the end of everything you go and find a builder. He's already got a great builder at the moment, really good at communicating, good quality work, price is good, everything's great about the builder. I just wish the builder lived around here. Although we got a great builder where we live anyway. And now he's starting to work the plans up, like a design and construct sort of situation. So, it's tremendous.
Another success story.
It's exciting. You saw the design, the artist's impressions.
Yeah.
How good are they?
It's pretty impressive. So, and I would say what drives him for him, and he's pretty similar to me, it's about the goal. It'll be about the goal.
Yep.
Short, sharp, get it done, move in, move
That's why
out.
it's great to talk to.
Because he just gets it done.
Oh, yeah, it's a pretty quick conversation. We probably do 20 seconds, like how you going, how I'm going, what's the weather been, fishing up, bang. Okay, and now we're into it.
Can I tell you, yesterday when you were talking to him, because he'd rung me because he missed your call, and he said, tell Bob to ring back anyway. Oh, no, he'd actually sent me a text message. And then while you were talking to him, because I thought, that's funny, he's on the phone with Bob, and he goes, sorry, I forgot to ask how you were. So he was texting me at the same time. And I thought, I wonder, and I walked in and you were still talking to him, and I thought, oh, that's hilarious. I didn't tell you that. He just said, sorry, didn't ask how you were. I'm like, excellent, good, thanks. Yep, carry on.
Yep.
Done. Well, Bob, let's wind this one up. Happy New Year, everybody.
All
Welcome
right.
to
I've gotta calm
2025.
down.
If you're thinking about doing property development, reach out to us. We're back in the office on about the 12th of January, 12th, 13th, just for a slow ease-in week. But if you are wanting to have a chat with me about it, feel free to just send an email to admin@propertymastermind, or maybe you can go off our website, propertymastermind.com.au, and book a call from there. Otherwise, I'm sure you'll find me somehow. But if
You're not hard to find.
I'm not hard to find. Most people have my phone number. But if you want to have a chat about property development and whether it's right for you, really, and whether we're right for you, then feel free to reach out. So, Happy New Year. Hope you didn't drink too much.
No.
Everyone's on that health kick by now.
Oh, yeah, for a while.
Yeah, probably not. All right, everybody, let's just cheers to you, and I hope you have a fabulous 20 for 25.
Yeah, it'd be great. Can't wait.
All right.
Get into it.
Bye for now.
See you later.